I wanted to go ahead and take a look at Quinacridone Red. It can be somewhat of a confusing color because the pigments that get used by different brands for this color can vary a lot. So sometimes they use PR209, which is technically the correct color for Quinacridone Red, according to handprint. And sometimes PV19 is used, and that's a little bit warmer of a color and darker. This is more of a coral, the PR209, and the PV19 is a little bit more like a rose. So let's look at Daniel Smith. I have this one in a pan. I used this actually in a limited palette. This is my favorite Quin Red. I think I should have gotten a smaller brush, but that's okay. Works. And so you can kind of see how this is a little bit more rosy. And I'll show you their Quin Coral, and then it'll be pretty readily apparent. Okay, Quin Coral. Okay. And let's look at Holbein's Quin Red, which is once again a PV19 and similar to the Daniel Smith one. Except this leans a lot more towards rose than I had realized. I haven't used this one in a while. It's really pretty. So let's look at Holbein's version of Quin Scarlet, PR209. Holbein Quin Scarlet. Okay. And then my last PV19 Quin Red is Core. Oh, it's already drying on my plate. Very concentrated color. I actually got there, I think it's 10 colors, their mixing set. And I bought this one separately because I just need to have this color for some reason. Just really like it. It's very versatile. Okay. And then Da Vinci's Quin Red is a PR209. It's the last one over here. And then I have Graham's PR209, which is Quin Red. Grab some of that. No. let's compare Daniel Smith and Daniel Smith. I'm going to do both Daniel Smiths. I'm going to mix them with, what do I want to mix them with? Ultramarine. I'm going to mix them both with Daniel Smith's French Ultramarine so we can see the difference in purples that we're going to get. So, I'm going to put some French Ultramarine down on the page here, and then I'm going to grab the Daniel Smith Quinacridone Red. Which I lost. Where did it go? Here it is. Sorry. Okay. And let's also do French Ultramarine. And I'm going to do this one with Daniel Smith's Quin Coral. Just keeping the brands the same because they usually space out their hues more evenly. So I don't want to do multiple brands on this. Okay, Quin Coral. It's very pretty. Okay, these aren't completely dry, so let's take a look in a minute. Okay, now everything is dry and let's take a look. I really like Daniel Smith Quin Red still. There's just something about this color that I prefer it over Quin Rose. Not Quin Magenta though, I use both on my palette. And it's nice because I want to use Quin Magenta as well. This is farther away or warmer than the Quin Rose, so it gives me sort of a nice balance. And then Holbein's is definitely rosier, and so is Core's. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my fingers out of the way here. And then when I mixed with French Ultramarine, it got a nice purple. A little bit different than a Quin Rose, but really not by much. I mean, whatever color you like the most is what you should use. They're very similar and they mix in a very similar fashion. Now let's look at the PR209s. These are the coral ones. So we have Daniel Smith, which seems to be the nicest coral. Here's Quin Scarlet by Holbein. Da Vinci's Quin Red, and M. Graham's Quin Red. And these are all the PR209 pigment. And then the purple, it's a little bit lighter, but it's a really, really nice purple, just the same. So it just depends on what you paint and what you like. I used to look for comparison videos when I wanted to buy paints. And I didn't like when I couldn't see exactly what different brands look like. It may not have mattered, but it mattered to me if I wanted to buy a paint. So that's why I do these. So hopefully you can see well enough, and hopefully that was helpful at least a little bit. So thank you.